Good morning, boys and girls. This is Dr. Madison, your music teacher. And I have two things to share with you today. The first is a book called The Day Jimmy's Boa Ate the Wash. And then I have a listening activity that we did on Frog Day, but today we're going to emphasize the worms. It's called Frogs and Worms. But here we go. This is a fun book called The Day Jimmy's Boa Ate the Wash. It's written by Trinka Hakes Noble, and the pictures are by Stephen Kellogg. The dedication says, "For Sandy and Randon, my very best friends, and for Melanie and Tom with love. How was your class trip to the farm? Oh, boring, kind of dull. Until the cow started crying." So there's a little girl coming home from the field trip, and her mom asking, "A cow crying? A cow crying?" "Well, yeah. You see, a haystack fell on her." "But haystacks don't just fall over." So there's a little girl getting out of her school clothes. "It does if a farmer crashes into it with his tractor." "Oh, come on now. A farmer wouldn't do that." "He would if he were too busy yelling at the pigs to get off our school bus." There's the farmer running into the tractor, putting it on the cow, and there's the pigs in the school bus. Oh my. What were the pigs doing on the school bus? Oh. Eating our lunches. There's the pigs in the school bus eating all the kids' lunches. Well, why were they eating the lunches? Well, because we threw their corn at each other and they didn't have anything to eat. Well, that makes sense, but why were you throwing the corn? Well, because we ran out of eggs. Out of eggs? Why were you throwing eggs? So here's the kids in the pig pen throwing the corn at each other. Well, because of the boa constrictor. The boa constrictor? Well, yeah, Jimmy's pet boa constrictor. What was Jimmy's pet boa constrictor doing on the farm? Oh, he brought the boa to meet all the farm animals, but the chickens didn't like it. There's Jimmy's boa constrictor and the chickens. You mean he took it to the hen house? Yeah, and the chickens started squawking and flying around. See the boa in the hen house and the chickens going crazy? Go on, go on. What happened next? Well, one hen got very excited and laid an egg, and it landed on Jenny's head. The hen? No, the egg. And it broke, yucky, all over her hair. What did she do? Well, she got mad because she thought Tommy threw it, so she threw one at him. What did Tommy do? Oh, he ducked, and the egg hit Mary Ann in the face. Well, so she threw one at Jenny, but she missed and hit Jimmy, who dropped the boa constrictor. Oh, and I know, the next thing you knew, everyone was throwing eggs, right? Right. And when you ran out of eggs, you threw the pigs corn, right? Right again. Well, what finally stopped it? Well, we heard the farmer's wife screaming. Why was she screaming? If you look at the picture, you can figure it out. Well, we never found out because Mrs. Stanley made us get on the bus, and we sort of left in a hurry without the boa constrictor. Look at the boa constrictor eating the laundry and the poor farmer's wife. I bet Jimmy was sad because he left his pet boa constrictor. Oh, not really. We left in such a hurry that one of the pigs didn't get off the bus. So now Jimmy has a pet pig. Boy, that sounds like an exciting trip. Well, yeah, I suppose if you're the kind of kid who likes class trips to the farm. The end. Boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed that story. I enjoyed reading it for you. Now we're going to do a listening activity called Frogs and Worms. I don't have one for snakes, but let's do this. When you hear the frog music, make your frog bounce up and down. And when you hear the worm, or today we'll call it the snake music, make your other arm swerve and wiggle like a snake. Here we go. Frogs and worms.
Number 11. Frogs and worms.
Now you might have to do both at the same time. Nice work, boys and girls. And remember to look at the videos in the links. Have a super fantastic day.
Number 11.